What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Thank God it is Friday. Hot one, though. It's about damn near 90 degrees today. It's hot as all hell. It's hotter than the devil's breath. Um, Getting into this episode of Days of Our Lives. Listen, Chloe ain't shit. I'm just going to put that out there. I did not like that at all today with them. With Brady, Philip, and Chloe, I was not feeling it at all. First of all, Brady and Philip are acting like two children, two high school kids. Like, and it's a sad shame for 40 something year olds, damn near 40, to be acting like that. Acting like you back in the 10th grade. Like, grow up. Brady and Philip sitting there having a whole pissing contest over Chloe. I'm like, first of all, if I'm Philip, I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you or try to one up you over a woman that I'm dating, that you're not dating. You know what I'm saying? Brady's not dating her. I am. So why would I go back and forth with you? You feel me? Like, what would I have to do that for? I'm already with her. But I felt like it was shady and messed up on Chloe's part because she know good and damn well Brady is romantically interested in her. He recently told her he wanted to be with her. And yet he wants you to come with him to Nicole and Eric's wedding anniversary party as his date. And she's sitting there talking about, no, we can go as friends, not a date. First of all, you shouldn't have went with him, period. And I know Roman wanted the party to be family only, and Brady sitting there telling Philip, oh, you shouldn't even be here because this is a family only party. First of all, Chloe is not family. She's not related to Nicole. They're just good friends. That's not family. And yet she's coming to the party. So what Chloe should have did was decline Brady's offer, got on her phone, and called Philip and asked him if he wanted to come with her to that party because I'm pretty sure Nicole wouldn't have mind Chloe bringing her boyfriend to the party. That's what Chloe should have done. But yet she keeps sitting here entertaining Brady's BS. Like, you know that man is interested in you. And mind you, she didn't even call Philip or text Philip to even let him know about the party. Or that, she was going to be there and Brady was going to be there. Chloe, that was... See, this is what I'm talking about. I was hoping that Chloe and Philip could have had a real shot at this relationship. But Chloe, she's sitting here entertaining Brady. And that's what's pissing me off about Chloe. And I want Philip to just get away from that, situation. And the fact that Brady is not respecting her relationship with Philip speaks volumes. Like, he even called their relationship a situation. He didn't even call it a relationship. That goes to show his lack of respect. Chloe should have shut him down right there. So that goes to show that she has no real respect for her own damn relationship. And then they show up to the party, and Brady was all up on Chloe. Like, he was all over her. Every time you turn around, he was right next to her. But then when Philip wanted to talk to Chloe, Brady gonna tap him on the shoulder. Oh, why don't you just leave Chloe alone? How the hell you gonna tell him to leave his girlfriend alone? He was just trying to talk to her, talking about, oh, she's not here to smooth with you. She's here to, help her friends celebrate her anniversary and stuff like that, and then talk to Nicole. And okay, but you were all over her for most of the party though, acting like you were her man. Like, I would have knocked Brady on his ass. I'm telling you right now, I would have straight stomped on him. I would have. Because you're not going to tell me I can't talk to my woman. Fool, you done lost your mind. You done lost every bit. I mean, I know it showed a lot. I know Philip had to keep back a lot of restraint to not hit him. I know it took a lot in Philip not to hit him. Because I know Philip didn't want to ruin the event. I know he did. But I would have knocked him down. Like, and Chloe, to me, just ain't shit at this point. Like, why would you do that? Show up there with him and then have him all up around you and not even walk up to Philip or even try to talk to Philip. I wouldn't even entertain this relationship no more if I was Philip. I would move the hell on. Like, all these women around here, Chloe is not the bee's knees. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, but clearly she playing games. Because any woman that was really down for you would not entertain Brady. They wouldn't even have considered going to the party with him, let alone saying yes. And then thinking that it's only a friend thing. You know damn well it's not a friend thing for him, because the more you entertain him, the more you're making Brady think like, yeah, I do got a shot with her. Because that's what he's thinking. That's exactly what he's thinking, and it shows at that party the way he was all up on her. He's trying to win her over. That's all he's trying to do is steal her away from Philip. That's about it. Um. So anyway, moving on from that. I like seeing Lucas and Philip talking like brothers and stuff, because we don't get a whole lot of scenes with them, so I'm kind of glad that we did. I feel like Lucas is barking up the wrong tree, because if I was him, I would not want EJ to know that me and Sami slept together. I'm sorry, but I would not, because we all know how EJ is. EJ loves revenge, and we know how quick tempered he is. Hell, he's a Demir. And Lucas is playing with fire at this point, because I understand Lucas don't care. Like, he's not afraid of EJ. I get it. And he wants the truth to come out because he really wants to be back with Sami. He feels like if the truth comes out and that messes up their marriage and they end up getting a divorce, then the door is wide open for him and Sami to get back together. I get it. I get it, but I wouldn't be the one to tell him that. I would let it just come out, however it come out. I wouldn't personally tell him, or try to anonymously tell him, because he's sitting there talking about putting the letter in the mailbox. That's what Philip was telling him he should do. But Lucas was like, no, I need to make sure Philip actually gets this letter. I mean, he was like, he need EJ to actually get the letter. It's going to be a hot ass mess when the truth come out, though, because we know EJ. Revenge is going to be on his mind. And it's funny, because when Lucas and EJ were talking at the party, EJ was like, look, out of respect, he was like, I understand you and Samantha got kids together and whatnot. But he basically let Lucas know, don't talk to my wife. He was like, don't call my wife, don't talk to my wife, don't nothing. Lucas was like, how the hell are you going to tell me not to talk to my kid's mother? Or the mother, like, they also share grandchildren. I do agree with Lucas on that, because EJ talking about it's not about that, it's about a respect thing. I'm like, what do you mean respect, though? Like, he can't talk to her. Like, y'all all live in the same town. Y'all gonna see each other. And plus, they share kids and grandkids. Like, they're gonna speak. EJ can't control that. So it's like, I don't understand how you could put that demand on him to not speak to your wife. I'm like, that's damn near impossible. Their daughter does live in the same town as them. Their grandson live in the same town as them. Their granddaughter lives in the same town. They're gonna see each other. They're gonna talk. You can't control that, EJ. Calm your ass down. Sami, though, when she came to the party, Sami was like checking the doors. She was checking the watch. She was checking EJ's watch every 5 seconds, looking at the door. EJ was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Because EJ was already a little pissy with her because she didn't tell him about the party. Belle had to tell him about the party. I commend EJ, though, for trying to apologize on Sami's behalf to Belle. Like, if Sami was acting crazy when she came back to town or whatever, lashing out at the family. Because he did take, responsibility for not emotionally being there for Sami. And he admitted that, he was like, he was wrong or whatever, and he apologized. But I do agree with Belle. It ain't on you to apologize. Sami, a grown-ass woman, you can't apologize for her grown actions. Only Sami could do that, which I agree. But, Sami ain't shit either. Like, that woman is still a child. Like, the way she acts, very childish. Like, you about damn near 50 years old. You are a whole grandmother out here and you still acting foolish. Like, I love the little cat and mouse game her and Xander were playing at the police station. Like, she knew Xander had her in his hands. Like, she knew that. She tried to come in there acting like she's in control of everything. I'm like, no. You need Xander to tell the truth. Like, you're going to need him to corroborate your story that him and Nicole slept together. You're going to need him. So he got you in the palm of his hands. Like, she even came with a big ass suitcase with $1 million in it. I was like, should I take the $1 million? And she ended up getting him released. She ended up getting some lawyer to help him get bail or whatever. And she was like, I'm taking that shit out your $1 million. He was like, what the fuck you mean you taking that out of my money? She was like, well, if you don't jump bail, you'll get the shit back. I was like, no, I agree with Sammy on that. Like, if I'm about to pay your bill and get you up out of here, I'm definitely not about to fork more money over when I just handed your ass $1 million. I ain't about to do all that. That shit coming out your money. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's coming out of yours. Um, but she said they're talking about I'm gonna need you to publicly live come to the party and tell them that you slept with Nicole or whatever. And he wanted his $1 million up front. She was like, I'll give you half now and half when it's done. He said, hell no, I want the whole million. I can understand why Sammy was hesitant because I wouldn't trust Xander either. Because what incentive does he have once he gets all the money to come there and tell them that Nicole slept with Eric? I mean, he and Nicole slept together. What incentive would he have if he already got the money? So I understand her hesitancy to give him the whole money, but she didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Um, she could, I mean, she had a choice. She could have just kept the money and went to the pub and told them herself, but you really wouldn't have had no proof to it. You know, it would have just been an accusation. You needed the live person to actually tell it too. But she did make up a good point though, because I know Xander was like, you know, he needs steady income or whatever because he knew that if he went to the pub and told them that he slept with Nicole, he knew Nicole was gonna fire him because that was the whole point of their deal. That he kept his mouth shut, she'll hire him at Basic Black. He runs his mouth, he's fired because he has no leverage now. But Sammy brought up a good point. She was like, whether he tells it or not, the truth is gonna come out. She's gonna make sure of that, whether he says it or not. So if it's not coming from him and the truth still comes out, he's still gonna get fired because now Nicole has no reason to keep him at Basic Black. But he does need to steady income because $1 million, I mean, it's a lot of money, but depending on the type of lifestyle you live, you can blow through a mill quick. So I can understand why he needed steady money. Um, but you know, Sammy was like, I don't give a damn what you need. That ain't my problem. She was like, you know, you need to just get your ass over to that party. Um, honestly though, if it's such hypocrite, you know, how do I put it? Sammy's a fucking hypocrite. Let's just put it that way. She's a hypocrite because she claims to love Eric and she, you know, wants his happiness or whatever. But how do you want his happiness when you're ready to destroy it? I think it's stupid. You're ready to destroy your brother's happiness all because of your hatred for Nicole. Like you hate Nicole more than you love your own brother. You know, and it's very hypocritical of her because I'm like, you did something similar. You slept with your ex-husband, all because your husband wasn't emotionally there for you. So if anything, I understand she hates Nicole, but if anything, she should understand why Nicole slept with Xander. Does it make it right? No. Nicole was wrong as hell for doing it. But I can understand why she did it. Her husband was not there for her emotionally or physically for a year. Sammy's husband was not there for her emotionally. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why they would turn to somebody else. I could see that. You know, but I feel like Nicole had it worse. Her husband was not only not there, like he wasn't in the bed with her every night. She barely could even talk to him on the phone. You know, he just was not there for her emotionally or otherwise. So I could see why she slept with somebody else. Like I said, she was dead ass wrong for it, but I would think Sammy would understand it, seeing as how her situation is so similar. But of course not. She rather just hate on Nicole as usual. Um, and it's not going to take long for EJ to figure out that Sammy's responsible for Xander coming to that party because she kept watching the door. She kept looking at the time like she waiting for somebody to come. So EJ's a smart person. He going to put two and two together and be like, oh, you set this shit into motion. It's not going to take long for nobody to figure it out, including Nicole. Because Nicole already know that Sammy looking for dirt. Um, I wish that Nicole would have just told Eric herself. Not while they was in bed, of course. But I wish that she would have just told Eric, you know, before they went to the party. While they was getting dressed or whatever. Like, just let him know. You know what I'm saying? So that way he's not blindsided. And it's so fucked up that Sammy would even do that at the party. And not only at the party, but on their anniversary, no less. Like, that's humiliation not only to Nicole, but to your own brother that you claim to love. In front of your family. That you're willing to humiliate him like that. That's selfish. Like that's a whole new line of selfish for Sammy. Like that's so fucked up. Um, but yeah, Nicole should have just broke it down and told him because honestly, I don't feel bad that she slept with somebody else. I mean, she was wrong for it, but in my opinion, Eric was wrong too. I understand, you know, he went to Africa to help people. I get it. I think it's commendable. I respect it. But there's plenty of people in your hometown that's homeless that you could have helped. Plenty of those down and out people in your own damn town that you could have helped. You didn't have to go all the way to another country to do what you could have done in your own town. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's admirable work, but still, it's like right after you got married, you left, and you were gone for practically a year, and you expected your wife to do what? Stay faithful to you? I mean, again, she was wrong, but still, it's like you got to kind of see it from her point too. You left right after y'all got married. What type of shit is that? It's just gonna be a hot mess. I'm here for it though. I am definitely here for it. Marlena, I feel bad for Marlena because Marlena, as you notice, like she always in the office all the time. I'm like, damn, do they ever give Marlena a break? That woman's 70 years old and she stay in the office. She didn't even know about this party. Like John literally had to come and tell her about the party and tell her that her own son was back in town. She ain't have no clue. I felt bad for her. I'm like, even the 4th of July, she couldn't even go out and have fun with her husband. They had to spend the 4th of July in her office. I mean, I ain't mad at her, for getting her money and being, working and stuff, but damn, it's like you gotta take a break sometime. Can't be work, work, work all the damn time. But I can't wait though. Shit is definitely gonna hit the fan once Xander come up in there and tell them the truth about what happened with Nicole. But I'm team Nicole on this one. Like she was dead ass wrong for it, but I understand it. And you already know she gonna get back at Sami for this shit. You already know. I love the battles between Nicole and Sami. I really do. But this was a whole new low for Sami to go do this in front of family like that. That was trifling. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I'll see y'all all later. Peace.